Welcome to One Big Boat. We're all in this together. A show focused on people and organizations whose work is making a true difference in people's lives. Today, we welcome Sandra Robinson, the Executive Director of the Needham Community Council.
The food pantry is what many people know us as, but we do so many more programs. Some programs for individuals with financial needs, other programs have nothing to do with financial needs.
She and Stephanie Knock are on board to inform us how they are so much more than a food pantry. That's next on One Big Boat. We're all in this together. Our offices are rather close, and we have actually dropped off cereal at your office. So I'm sure, like many, most think you're a food pantry, but
we're so much more than that. So the Needham Community Council is a multi-service agency. We've been in Needham for over 95 years. The food pantry is what many people know us as, but we do so many more programs. Some programs for individuals with financial needs, other programs have nothing to do with financial needs. One of the programs we have is we lend out medical equipment, walkers, wheelchairs, commodes, bath seats. So we lend out about 80 pieces of medical equipment every month to anyone in Needham who needs it. We also have a very substantial English language learning program. So anyone who either lives or works in Needham can improve their English with our volunteer tutors. So right now we're tutoring about 185 individuals. We also do transportation. So we have a transportation program that we refer to as transportation of last resort. We use Lyft as a concierge service, and we organize the ride and monitor the ride. People do have to call us 24 hours ahead of time, but then we can, for people, particularly if they don't understand the technology, we're able to do that for them. And we're really excited about our brand new program that we're launching. We've just started to launch in September, called the Dementia Care Partners Support Program. And that's one of the things we're here to talk about today. So we are really excited about it.
there's so many ways you could go. Why dementia care?
So we wanted to focus on dementia care. Before I came, there was a focus group, and they had found that one of the undermet needs here in the Needham community is dementia awareness. And so they came up with a program, a proposal, and one of the initiatives is the Dementia Friends Informational Session, which is an hour-long program, and a memory cafe. And the Memory Cafe, we are partnering with the Needham Senior Center, or the Center at the Heights, and then the Needham Public Library.
Yeah. Now, has this been called for?
100%. Matter of fact, one of the things that happened with the BID Needham Hospital, every 3 years they do a needs assessment. And one of the things that came up was the taking care of the care partner, the person who's taking care of the person that has the medical concern. The person with dementia has a team around them, but the person who's taking care of that person does not have that team. And it can be a very isolating and a lonely position. So the Needham Community Council is all about meeting those undermet needs in Needham. And so that's the group that we really wanted to focus on.
Yeah. And will you entertain people from the area outside Needham, or is it?
Well, certainly for our memory cafes,
yes,
we will certainly invite people who are outside of Needham to attend that as well. But one of the things we're really excited about working on is making sure many groups in town, our houses of worship, our social service agencies, our town agencies, know how to understand and help with somebody with dementia. So there's a program called Dementia Friends. Jewish Family and Children's Services is sort of the an agency in our community, in the nearby community, that sort of oversees this program. And we are excited about being able to take that to the Needham area and really making sure everybody has a strong awareness of when they're talking to someone with dementia, how to approach somebody, what are some of the concerns, and how to be helpful.
Yeah. How do you get the word out about this?
So it's actually a multifaceted process. We're here today doing a podcast. So thank you again for having us. We've also been interviewed for the Needham channel, also word of mouth through social media or through our partnerships within the community. Like Sandy said, Needham Community Council has been around for over 95 years or 90 plus years. And just doing some grassroots, just going door to door and just putting our Memory Cafe flyer up, reaching out through email about the informational sessions we're offering.
Who are some of the partners?
So our current partnerships are with the Needham Community, or the Needham Senior Center, or the Council at the Heights. Yep. And then also the Needham Public Library. And that's actually the Needham Public Library is where we will be hosting our memory cafes, which will take place on the fourth Tuesday of every month, except for September, where we are observing Rosh Hashanah. So it will take place on Thursday, September 25th.
Yeah. How do you pay for all this?
The Needham community, we are a private nonprofit. We do not get town funds. We do not get state funds. We do not get federal funds.
That's probably a misconception many people have.
Many people have that. So as many times as I can say it, I try to make sure I remind people. This is paid for by the people in our community that believe in our work. We also have an incredible thrift shop, and our thrift shop's about a third of our budget. So not only do we encourage people to donate to our thrift shop, but also to purchase from our thrift shop, because it is our fundraiser. And it's a terrible fundraiser if you only let people with limited funds shop there. We gift from it when we need to, but we are encouraging everyone to use it as a way to reuse, reduce, recycle.
I didn't know you had that's interesting.
We have an amazing thrift shop.
Really?
It is one of certainly the best in the area. So 100%, we're open. Go to our website, needhamcouncil.org. You'll see all about it. But we're open Monday every day, but Wednesday and Sundays. But totally, we have a line out the door, particularly during our special sales.
Yeah. 4 years ago, we had COVID. What are the lingering effects?
What are the lingering effects? What are not the lingering effects? But we have our food pantry just about doubled in capacity and how many people were needing our services at that time. And we changed how we did a lot of the protocols around that time, exact same time as well. And and those numbers have just continued to increase. Today's world, things are very expensive, particularly in a community like Needham. And we still have many households here in our town that are struggling financially. We have people that are living in their parents' basements. We have people that are living in part of the Needham Housing Authority. We have, people have lived here for years and have been able to stay in their home, but, the everyday needs are getting harder to meet. So the Needham Community Council's food pantry right now is serving about 385 households, and that's not people. Some of these people have, 4 or 5, some of these households have 4 to 5 people in them. But we're busy. We're open. We do deliveries on Tuesdays. We do distribution on Mondays and Wednesdays, and 2 Saturdays a month.
Yeah. When people donate, we're recording this in September. Pretty soon we're going to be getting into the Thanksgiving, and that must be the big rush. We
are totally incredibly busy. In the end of October, all of November, everybody's thinking about giving back in November, which is wonderful. And we want people to think about giving back in November, but we also want people to be thinking about giving back in July, because in July, people are still hungry and people forget about us then. So we always are reminding people we are a year-round operation and people need food year-round. We call ourselves a fresh first food pantry, which means we give out fresh produce. At every food pantry visit, we make sure we give out milk, cheese, eggs, frozen proteins like chicken and fish, as well as sort of the everyday staples that you think of when you think of a food pantry. You think of peanut butter and cans of tuna, but it's the produce that is so expensive and the dairy items that we are really proud that we're able to distribute on a very regular basis.
Coming up,
we really want to make sure that we are providing support for the care partner and also the person living with dementia.
Addressing the issue of care partner burnout. So you being the rookie, when you came here, did it surprise you all the services that there were?
Yes. I knew a little bit because I was working at the senior center, but when I actually joined the team, I was amazed at all the services and programs that we offer at the Community Council. And a lot of them are not known about throughout the community. And Sandy and the team do a great job of really letting people know what we do.
Yeah. Let's get back to the Memory Cafe. What's your hope for that?
So I really think our hope is to really broaden the community and awareness of dementia. Also broaden people's awareness of care partners. So I was reading recently that care partners, they feel like the invisible second patient.
Isn't there a stat that there's many care partners that will die, there's a percentage of care partners that will pass away before the person they're caring for because of the stress, that physical and mental?
Yeah, it takes a physical, emotional, psychological toll, and it's called care partner burnout. And we really want to make sure that we are providing support for the care partner and also the person living with dementia through our Memory Cafe, and then also educating the community about dementia through the Dementia Friends informational sessions.
Now, this will be all in person. Will there be a virtual component, or is there a plan to be a virtual component? Because some of these people might not be able to get out of the house.
Yes. So starting off for the Memory Cafe will be in person. We are definitely going to talk about creating possibly a virtual component if need be. Right now, a lot of the feedback I'm receiving is that people are able to come to the Memory Cafe, which will include the care partner and the person living with dementia, so both. And then the Dementia Friends informational session, which is the other initiative that can have a virtual component. But right now we're doing it in person.
So this is a really exciting venture for you.
We are very excited about it. It's been our first major program that we've done in a long time, our first new initiative. So our board of directors really took a long, hard look about what was an unmet need in the Needham community. And when we looked into sort of care partner support, we decided this is where we should really focus. And one of our focus groups, when we were making this decision, we had 58 people become part of the focus group, which I've done focus groups for lots of things, and we've never had such a strong initiative interest right away. So we're really knowing we're down the right path.
Your lens looking at Needham is probably a lot different than other people. I hear Needham, it's affluent. I joke, oh, they got to raise money for the high school chandelier fund, that kind of thing, right? But you go through the town and say there's a lot of unmet need here. And it might be frustrating because there's only so much you can do.
Absolutely. There is totally a lot of unmet needs. And some of those unmet needs are financial based, but many of these unmet needs are nothing to do with financial. Certainly people that are care partners of somebody that has a long-time illness, like dementia, that has nothing to do with finances, but they still are isolated. They still need supports. Similar to our medical equipment that we lend out. One of the things with medical equipment is, yes, you could buy a wheelchair if you're a millionaire, but should you buy a wheelchair that you're going to use for 2 weeks? Does that make any sense in anybody's, just in, the idea of waste? So lots of our programs, some of our programs are absolutely focused on people with low income, but many of our programs have nothing to do with income.
Yeah. Where do you want to see your program grow?
I would love to see the Dementia Friends informational sessions. A lot of businesses, faith organizations, nonprofits getting out there and really educating and providing awareness about dementia and care partners. I would love to see that everybody in the Memory Cafe feels a connection, feels less isolated, feels that they're able to be seen and not feel like the invisible second patient anymore, which care partners often feel. And then in other ways as well. Hopefully we can grow the program in different ways, maybe within the next 1 or 2 years.
Yeah. If it was grant funded, there would be a provision where you'd have to make it replicable. You have to replicate it somewhere else. Obviously, you guys are funding this first initial year. Is that something you'd like to do? So you could go to a town of like Dover or another
We
town?
often our programs are often piloted, and then other people, we are very happy to sort of share the knowledge that we learn, what works for us, and share that with other communities. We've certainly done that with our transportation program. And again, many of our local communities, we share information back and forth. How do their food pantry work? What works for them? What can we take from them and what can we offer them? So all of our programs, we make sure we share our information. So this is something that can be replicated for lots of areas around us. And we're really appreciative of the memory cafes that we have visited in our local communities around us. So we could see what they're doing, what's working, what isn't working as well, and how can we sort of figure out where to go.
There is a power in just being noticed, isn't it?
100%. To be knowing people are thinking about you, aware of you, so you don't feel like you are doing this all alone. One of the programs that we're hoping to sort of start next year is a mentor-mentee program where somebody who's sort of already walked this path is able to help the person who's sort of beginning the path. And so they can learn from each other.
Mm-hmm. And where do they find out, if somebody's watching this, where do they find out for information for you for this?
So Stephanie Knock, they can call our office or they can contact me via email, which is sknock@needhamcouncil.org. And I would love to hear from anybody, any questions, feedback, concerns, please reach out.
The Community Council also has a really robust website. All of this is posted on our website. Definitely go to our website, needhamcouncil.org. We have somebody that answers our phone in person Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4. So call the office. We'll be able to answer your questions, and we'll be excited to hear from you.
I really enjoy this. I know I can go to the thrift shop and buy Christmas gifts for the staff now, so I'm excited about
Absolutely.
that. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
One Big Boat is a production of Last Minute Productions Incorporated. This episode was produced by me, Jay Dovek. Ethan Gallo was the sound engineer. Jim Johnson and Ryan Macheski provided production support. Joanne Pilata is the production coordinator. And that dog sleeping on the table? That's Vegas.